What you doing, Nels? Gesundheit. She sneezed a little bit. She's in her apartment, looking cute, per usual. Are you dreaming, Nels? A little chubby. Objects may be larger than they appear on this mug, including Lily, not just me. Unfortunately, there was no room for Mr. T on my mug, so I just put the girls. This was a while ago when he was already part of the family, but not quite as much. It took a while. Okay, that's enough of Lily. Greetings on a Saturday, my first Saturday of the break, and I'm just not doing that great mentally, physically. It's very, very common that on Saturdays I feel like, you know what. And like, as I already said it last night, like at the party, I love them all, but I just never have a good time at those things. For one thing, the food, it's like, it's good food, but I can't enjoy it. It's like I can't, because I'm too nervous, I'm too anxious. And even the interactions, because I'm tired, and I'm overstating it. I'm sure if Bill hears me say this, he'll be like, what are you going on about? It was fine. I'm like, yeah, on the one hand, it was fine. On the other hand, I think I just have higher, I don't know why. And it wasn't bad at all. I should stop talking about it. So the reason why I'm filming you in all my disheveled glory today is I'm going to try this challenge of only doing this on my phone. No scrolling, as long as I can. And see, it's a countdown or no, the opposite. It's counting up for how long I can manage to not scroll. Because I want to get into just being used to not being as stimulated, overstimulation, specifically with my phone. I want to try and stop that. Sometimes I use the phone, I sort of talk myself into it's good for distraction from pain or something. And to a certain degree, that's probably true, but it doesn't, I think I overuse the phone for that. It's not the only way to feel better is looking at stupid TikToks or something. Yeah, anyway, so I don't even know what time it is. It's 9 o'clock right now. And I have a list of things I need to do, but don't feel like doing. Like cleaning the litter area in my room, which really needs to be everything needs to be cleaned and, take it all out, vacuum clean it. Actually, vacuum cleaning everywhere. Yeah, I have sort of home things I want to do, but I don't feel like doing them because I just don't feel great. And then, of course, reading, sort of things that don't involve scrolling. Normal things, including TMI, taking a shower. I'm bad about that. Shh, don't tell anyone, except I'm telling the internet. I'm actually really bad. That's a sign, it's definitely a sign for me that I have fatigue issues. I mean, I hope I don't seem too dirty, but I would take one. I do take them occasionally, don't worry. Well, I mean, regularly, but I just find it hard. Also, one thing I noticed about my issues is that I'm becoming more sensitive to irritations of the skin. So, is it eczema or psoriasis? I don't know what's going on there. And of course, in the winter, when it can get worse. I am just babbling right now because it's hard for me to figure out what to do next when there's all the things I should be doing, but I don't feel like doing. So what do I do? And part of the goal is to get to where I feel like doing them. It's complicated. I will figure it out, and I will report back on how long I was able to not scroll. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello, just an update on the day. So my experiment of not going online, I guess it lasted for about a bit over an hour, which isn't very long. And then I started, but I noticed how going back, I was more mindful a little bit. I'm not making excuses too much. I still went on, I looked up someone specifically on TikTok that I follow. Quite a few people that well, not that many. It's illness related stuff, and you want to see how they're doing, kind of. And the other thing, then I sort of allowed myself to play some games. I played 2 games mainly. And then also, before I went back, I read quite a bit. I mean, for me, still not enough. And so now I've gathered up enough energy to move from the chair to here. And I just wanted to catch you up on one sort of quasi-interesting thing that is going on. It's just something to do with my mother. Now, I don't have her books with me right here, but she was a writer. Her name was Terry Wilder, and she wrote genre fiction. She published about 11 books. And so 3 of the books were a fantasy trilogy called The Rulers of High Lore. And then there was a 4th book that was supposed to be The Non-Rulers of High Lore, the common folk of High Lore. And she only got to the first one there, and it was a bit sad because that's when she passed away. And The Wanderer was really good, but as I recall, I only read the manuscript, and I liked it, but apparently everyone, including people who had been her good fans, thought that it was too odd to be published the way it was, or they had major issues with it. So much so that I think they even wanted the advance back, and she was really poor. Yeah, it was sort of, I think in a way it did kind of add to her demise a little bit, at least mentally. Anyway, that's all kind of sad. But I liked the manuscript. I didn't think it was bad at all. But anyway, so what happened was they got someone else to change it all, or finish it in a way that they wanted. So it's a co-authored book because she had passed. And actually, I've never read that. I've only read the manuscript. I should read the actual book. Point being, this is all just a preface to the fact that you may have heard about the big settlement by Anthropic, who pirated everyone's books, including these 4 of my mother's. They're in the database that you can search, so I have to file a claim as her literary executor to see if we can get the money that they're giving everyone. You know, it's quite a bit. I mean, it's sort of equal to what she got. She got very low. I mean, this is a long time ago. This is the 80s. And her advances were minuscule to what people get today. But they were, for her, income, and nice income. And so it's sort of like almost the same as the advance. And the thing is, I'm not sure if they'll give it all to us. And I'm sure the agent will want some. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sort of... I'm not really, but I will want to do it because it is quite a bit, and you know, I want to be a part of the lawsuit because you know they did do this. And it's funny, I just found out about it randomly on Blue Sky. Someone had said go and check check the database, and I did. I went there thinking, I'm sure she's not in there, and then these four popped up. 4 works, and then what happened was I was going to do it anyway, and then the other day we got a letter from them. From the copyright settlement, and it has she has now a unique ID and everything, and they sent it to her name at my address. So yeah, that's interesting, but that's good. I'm not sure, maybe the agent made that happen, or it just happened anyway. I'm not sure. So I have to do that too. That's kind of like the top of my to-do list, besides things like clean the litters. So yeah, I just wanted to update you on that. And I think right now I'm going to eat and maybe have another cup of coffee and do the cleaning stuff, at least in my room, and then do some other stuff and move on with my day. I'm just giving you an update. Bye. Hey everyone, so this is going to be a stationery update. I'm not going to do all of my stationery because that would be too long and boring. But so this is my main diary journal, and so this is an example of from the Emily Cromwell. She does these book cover pouches, and it's a little. I think he's called a boo nerd. He's like a book nerd ghost, boo nerd. And he sits there, or they sit there in their little thing. And I've decided to make it a home for my big fat unwieldy Hobonichi cousin. This has been my main journal for the whole year, but a big change happened at some point that I want to talk to you about. So this is, and because it's so big and bulky, I'm not having it in a cover, a big one. This is just this normal cover that I've put a plastic cover on, and then I put some stickers on, because that's what you do. My kind of stickers, so Yumi Kitagishi and some other ones. And so this is actually from my husband's favorite podcast, Completely Arbitrary, and they send you stickers. You can be part of the sticker club and get stickers of plants. And this is the cards that you get about the plant that they're talking about. And somewhere I have the sticker in here probably. And so coming into the actual, I do like this page. This is very, it's, what do you call it? Inner child finding or regressing or whatever, fake adults. I like this little kitty. It's so silly. And all the little kitties, whatever. And so I don't do anything here. I don't do much here. What I do, no, I don't do anything on this tracker. And I have been trying to use this one as my main overview of the months, and it's been working well. Like this was the whole semester. I've used it as almost more religiously than well, in a way, than a weekly overview. I've tried to use this one. And so that's that. This is my teaching countdown. Yay! Yay! So I am so happy. I haven't done that much since it's going to be emptier here because I'm not teaching anymore. I haven't decorated a lot. See, Vlogmas. And so the main journal has been, how you do it every day. And I did that quite religiously, although there's quite a few empty pages where I just didn't get to it, and sometimes I would sticker them up and cover them up. This is quite common. Like I'll write like a tiny bit of writing, and then I don't know what else to do, and then sometimes I'll go back and backtrack and do something else. Here I was trying to learn about the geological time scale, as one does when one is a nerd. And so what happened was, here's a completely empty page that I kind of messed up, and so I put this card over it, which makes it bulky, but whatever. So what happened was, in August, whenever you see something like this, it's just an empty page that I tried to fill up. So come summertime in August, I kind of got even more disenchanted with the whole thing of doing just having a daily page. Something about having a daily page that just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know why. I'm actually pretty proud that I made it this far. See, this is July. Nothing's there except some stickers. And yeah, then it got really kind of empty. This is when my friend came to visit, obviously. I tried to do a better job of filling the pages, but that was also kind of like, sometimes I can do that when I have nothing going on. I can fill the pages. Haha. I mean, it's true. I just need time to do it, sort of. And I really like it when I can do that, but it just doesn't, it's not conducive, it's not the way I am, sort of. And so what happened was, it got emptier and emptier. This is a cartoon from the New Yorker that I like, which is it's very silly. So there's Smurfs everywhere, and it says here, it appears your house was built on an ancient Smurf burial ground. I think that's so stupid. I don't know why it makes me laugh. It just does. And like the fact that they're floating around and the dog's looking at them. It's just so stupid. It makes me chuckle. I am easily amused. So this is these are the stickers from the show that my husband listens to. And I've listened to it too when we're in the car. And they are very, very funny. I don't know their names, but they're very kind of jokey, and but also entertaining, and you learn a lot about plants. This was one of the last normal good pages. Well, a couple more, I guess. But then so then what happened was I went and I stepped out of this one and went to a different one that's undated and did my usual undated planning, which I'm not going to go get it right now. It was just for some days in August. Here's another big one from the show. And then I had the brilliant idea, because I was sort of upset that I wasn't using this one, that, you know, I wanted to use it for as long as I could. And I thought, well, why not just give up the dates and do normal journaling? Oh gosh, it's already been 5 minutes. I'm sorry, this is probably pretty boring for you all. And so that's what I did. Starting towards the end of August, I just decided to always cover up the days and not pay any attention to the dates and use it as an undated planner. And so that has worked really quite well, because I do my little bit of writing, which is enough, and then I sticker like the rest of the page. And then on the month, a new month gets a page wherever I am in the book. And, you know, you know, this is still much earlier than, I'm trying to explain how the actual dates are completely out of line. Like right now in December, the actual date is still October, I think. Yeah, at the beginning of October, and I'm in December already, because that's just how I journal. And so the advantages for me are, the main thing is that I'm free to do whatever the heck I want on any given day. I can do, even if I usually just do this, and this is fine, now and then I can put in my birthday card here and just put it in there and then fill that up. Or I can, there was a book that I started to read, but then set aside, and I put some notes in. So I commonplace. This is October, so it gets a page. And then I start, here's just a quote that I decided to put in here. And it covers the page. And here's, I don't know what happened here. Nothing happened. nothing in terms of writing happened here. Maybe I was just trying out some stickers or something. Here I was going through a book that I started to read. It was extremely referential, so I made all these notes about who they're referring to, and I stopped reading it because it was too referential. And then sometimes I do get a whole page full, more or less, with stickers. And so, and then what is this? This is a to-do list. Yeah, now and then I do just a basic to-do list. Whatever the heck I want on any given day, at any given time, I can do it and just follow on. And this just gives me this mental peace that I can't really explain. And this is the November page, which is fine. And then this is November, and it's pretty I mean, it looks kind of the same always. I often go to do 4 days on 2 pages. And but I don't, it doesn't matter if I don't. Here, I think I need to, I've stopped stickering here. I need to go back and sticker. You know, this is when we went to First Watch for Thanksgiving, or around Thanksgiving, so I put that in here. This is my December page, which is a bit messy, but it's fine. And for some reason, that's how I do it. And the only pre-stickering I do is to cover up the dates. So I haven't done that here. So, and I think what I'm going to do is, because it is rather unwieldy, I mean, it's getting kind of like stupid to write in because of all the stickers. I'm going to stop at the end of the year, and then I have an undated for next year, but I still have the undated for this year. The only issue with that one is it doesn't have the front part, which, as you can see, I'm kind of getting used to using the front part. So I think I might just keep the almost empty one that I didn't really use in 2025 for other purposes, and just go to the 2026 one. So that's my little update on my main calendar. I can talk about other stuff, not that much, but you know, my pen collection is crazy, and I won't do that now though. This has already been 9 minutes. I hope that it's kind of long added into what else I'm doing for this day, but I shouldn't worry about it too much, you know. And I'll talk to you soon. And I feel a bit better. I did one big chore of cleaning the litter, and now I think I'm going to move on into post-crossing slowly, and also just kind of still resting though. So yeah, and then what time is it? He's gone shopping. It's almost 3 p.m. on the Saturday. So yeah, the day is moving along.
not doing much. Oh boy.
Hey everyone, it turned out to be a pretty good day, and I'm just finishing the vlog. Still don't look very good, but that's okay. And I'll check in with you all tomorrow for the next one. And so today was mainly just the stationery stuff, and that's okay. But hopefully some of you find that interesting. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.